Oi oi. So recently I've been quite inspired by Pete Cannon, who does some quality music using his Amiga 1200 with a tracker known as Octamed, quite popular in the 90s. And I thought, well, I've got some shit 90s computers, why can't I bloody do this? So I had a look around and a few people have suggested FastTracker for MS-DOS. So I thought, well, why don't we give this a bit of a go? So before we get into the main video, because again I shot all this arse backwards, I will just explain about the computers I've got, the shit computers I've got, and how I got to the decision of using what I did. So this is what I was really originally going to use. This is a Packard Bell Pulsar 23H. It's 233 meg Pentium with an MMX. Woo! That was a thing. It's actually got 256 meg of RAM and 4.3 gig spinning hard disk in it. Windows 98 SE, second edition, which runs quite nice. You know, you don't get weirdness like, you know, incompatibilities with doing some stuff and that. It's also got USB on the back, and I also installed the USB mass storage drivers as well, so you can shove a USB stick into it and just copy files like that. It's quite easy rather than using bloody floppy disks and CD-ROMs all the time, which is a pain in the arse. So yeah, I used this and tried it, and the sound quality was horrific on it. I suspect it's because it uses a Aztec sound card, which Packard Bell loved these between about 96 onwards. They were cheap and shite, and as you can see, it's got an integrated modem, excuse me, that no one will ever bloody use. So I thought, well, that's not going to work. But I knew I had some other machines lying about, and I thought, well, let's try this one here, which is a 486 running at 60 meg, I think it is, 60 megahertz. 8 megabytes of RAM, and I think it's got a 2 gig hard disk in it now. Actually, it comes with a 3, did it? Or yeah, 340 meg. It's got a 2 gig hard disk in it. When I had it had that in, and basically the previous owner, as it was quite common back in the day, you used to have hard disk limitations on these machines. This one doesn't support, I think it's over 504 meg or 540 meg, I can't remember which it is. So what you have to do is almost cheat the computer into accepting a 2 gigabyte hard disk, because that's what this has done. As you'll see in the footage coming up, it's a bit of a pain in the arse to copy stuff over to this one. It's got no USB on it, no CD drive. I've got no spare blank CDs anyway, so shafted that option. So yeah, it's purely floppies, so old school as you like. Anyway, let's be rambling, let's get into a bit of the meat of it. Dilemma. This BIOS in this is way old. It doesn't support anything over 540 meg, I don't think. It writes differently. So when that tries to boot up, it just clicks away and won't read it. It's becoming a ball ache, man. Stuck. So what I was hoping to do is just shove some samples on here, like this, and do it this way, because this has got a decent sound card in it, and I quite like the idea of using a 486, but not meant to be. One last thing I might do, because that one's not going to do it either, is shove this sound card into one of the computers. I don't want to really piss around with the drivers, but I might have to. Nothing is ever bloody simple, is it? Right, so I'm just going to test this one back out again, make sure nothing's screwed up when I plugged it into the other computer. Sounds a bit promising. Oh, I've got the floppy disk the wrong way around now. Yeah, it's booting into DOS. That's obviously what the problem was with this one. However, what I could do, or change the bloody floppy drive round, is try out copy some samples really quickly onto some floppies and the FastTrack program, because it's not very big, and see if it plays ball on this one any better. Where's my stash of floppies? There we go. Got some unused AOL discs, no joke, off eBay, pretty cheap. Most of them are okay, some of them have some bad sectors. Let's get copying. So firing up the trusty Windows 10 VM on Parallels. And I think we'll use a bit of Windows 10, thank you very much. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. This enjoys being a dick at times. Get in. Right. Windows. Please. Let go of it, OS X. Meanwhile, yeah, boy. Not eating any Canyon.mid. Why are we not eating any Canyon.mid? Let's get the back of it. Oh, is that it? No. What am I eating? Not eating Canyon.mid. There it is. Yeah. So I reckon this sack of shit will run the tracker. Let's put a couple of WAV samples on it. If that actually behaves itself. And then, yeah man, give it a go. Bloody finally, there it is. Right. You know what, I'm going to format it on here. It's guaranteed to bloody work on this, innit? Sometimes I have a weird issue with formatting discs on that. So if we go to, we'll do a normal one because some of these do have errors on them. It's better, must be a knackered disc. Lovely. What's that all about? So sorted. So now we're copying over FastTracker 2. Copy. Let's pick another lucky sod of these, see if it works, and get some samples onto it. Okay, so we need to pick one loop that we can fit onto a floppy. I've had a better idea actually. There's a load of breaks that A-Sides did, and the only problem is they are quite good quality. So they are 24-bit, I think. So we're gonna have to convert them in Audacity, and mind you, they will actually fit a lot better onto a floppy disk because these are already quite small. So throw them to 16 or throw them to 8, see how they sound, and see what comes out. Interesting in Audacity, the only option you've got is Microsoft Science 16-bit. You haven't got any 8-bit. That's interesting, but nevertheless, we'll just do them 16. The slowness. Oh, it takes me back. Well, let's see if this works. Otherwise, this might have been a complete waste of time. Well, it loads at least. And the copy's finished. Let's try it. Obviously renamed them as well because DOS 6.22 can't handle long file names. Well, yeah, just put squiggly fucking lines in it. All right then, let's give it another go. Still no sound, so just taking a sneak in the auto exit back and see what the blast is set to, and we'll try again. Yeah, it does help if you've actually got it set to Sound Blaster and Sound Blaster there as well, but it sounds promising. If you knew that. Bit hissy. Oh, I hear something. Mixing frequency, and now. Yeah! That's it, you set of bastards, die. So yeah, pretty happy with it for now. I'm gonna frigging clue what I'm doing with it, so I'm gonna have to RTFM and then come back to it. But for a 26-year-old PC, being useful for something, not bad really, is it? So yeah, so wrapping it up for now, and let's turn it off. Until next time.